There we go. All right. Everybody ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
How did the state put their names on the record?
William Gorillas for the state.
Defense.
Letitia George for the Office of the Public Defender.
All right, I got Ms. Davis here from Pretrial Relief Services.
And DJ White, Your Honor, mental health.
Oh, I got language first.
Yeah.
Or do you want?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, my bad.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Theodore Leal, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has not been sworn yet, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Laurel. This is Andrew Judge Bain calling from the BRC. If you could raise your right hand and be sworn in this morning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you're going to translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. I have, my first case is 2021 CF 14339, and my defendant has her headsets on. Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Yesenia Cabrera Ruiz.
Yesenia Cabrera Ruiz.
Okay. Ma'am, you are here in 2021 CF 1439AO. You were arrested for charges of using or possession of a shoplifting or inventory control device and a charge of petty theft. The court reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to release you out on a straight pretrial release in this case. Conditions of your pretrial release that you not return to the scene of this location. Do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you need to have be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours. Do not possess any anti-shoplifting or inventory control devices. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
So next case I have is 2008 CF 10657.
So, Your Honor, is it CF?
Yeah, 2008 CF 10657.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, can you tell me your name?
Elias González Quiles.
Elia González Quiles.
Mr. Quiles, you are here in 2008 CF 10657 AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your capias in this case sets your bond at 0. Your bond will remain at none in this case. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, and they can get you in front of that judge to have possibly a bond hearing to resolve this issue. Have a great day, sir.
Okay.
All right, my next case is 2019 CF 8700AO. Sir, what's that one more? Sir, can you tell me your name?
Jefferson Jimenez.
Jefferson Jimenez.
Mr. Jimenez Sanchez, you are here in 2019 CF 8700AO on a charge of violation of probation. The judge issuing your violation of probation warrant sets your bond at $0. Your bond remain at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir.
And you're taking no action on the out of bond?
I'll have Ms. George speak to him. He's out on ROR. He's not getting any credit while he's sitting here on his violation of probation, so I don't know if you want me to set a bond in that case or...
Yes, Your Honor, we would ask that you set a bond.
All right, in 2020 CF 12123 AO, the court is going to set your bond amount at $1,000. Condition of that bond that you do not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol. All right, have a great day, sir. All right, thank you, Ms. Laura. I think that was the last Spanish case I have.
I'm so sorry, what was the amount of that?
1,000.
Thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right, DJ White.
Mental health, Your Honor.
All right, that's 2021 CF 1461 AO. I want to appoint a public defender to represent Mr. White. Ms. George, do you want to waive his appearance today?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
I will. The court has reviewed the charging affidavit in Mr. White's case. I found probable cause for his arrest. I want to set bonds as follows: as to count one, the amount of $15,000. Count two, the amount of $5,000. Count three, the amount of $500. Counts 4, 5, and 6 in the amount of $1,000 each. Condition all those bonds to have no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence, do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. He's not to consume any drugs or alcohol, consume or possess any drugs or alcohol while out on release. He was out on bond in 2020 CF 9318 AO on charge of aggravated battery based on the fact that probable cause has been determined and that he committed a new law offense while out on release. The court is going to revoke that bond and set new bond at 0. Okay. Go ahead. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Pardon?
Tell me your name.
Alexandra Miller.
One second. All right, Ms. Miller, you are here in 2021 CT 1015 AO on charge of driving under the influence. Court reviewed the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. And
Your Honor,
because
did
you
you
couldn't-
receive the updated,
okay, I was wondering. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, Ms. Miller, I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Conditions of your pretrial release is that you not possess any drugs or alcohol. You do not possess any, consume any drugs or alcohol while out on pretrial release. You understand?
Okay.
I'm going
Yes,
to appoint
sir.
the public defender to represent you. I'm going to, you'll be tested for the consumption of drugs or alcohol at your own expense. I will give you 30 days from today's date to get any narcotics or anything like that out of your system, but alcohol testing will resume immediately. You
Of
understand?
course. Okay. May I ask
Have a
a
good day.
question?
Yeah, hold on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me your name, sir.
Luis Caballero Garcia.
Mr. Caballero Garcia, this is case 2021 MM 841. You're here for a charge of trespass and obstruction of conveyance. Court reviewed the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. States there an offer to resolve Mr. Caballero Garcia's case. Do you have an offer?
Do I have an offer?
Yes, sir. Do you have an offer for the case?
Give me a minute, Your Honor.
Ms. George, you guys reached an agreement on these pleadable cases already?
No, Your Honor, usually when I come into court, they'll tell the offer. We don't get them ahead of
Okay.
time.
Offer is adjudication, court cost.
Sir, say the floor is offering an adjudication of guilt, court costs in the amount of $273. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail. Is that an offer you'd like to accept?
I accept. I like to go today.
Say again?
I like to go today.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen if you
Okay.
accept the offer.
Yes.
All right, sir, raise your right hand to be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down. Tell me your name one more time.
Adais Caballero Garcia.
All right, sir, you're here in 2021 MM 841 AO on charge of trespassing and structure or conveyance. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to these charges?
I was trespassing.
Well, you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest?
Guilty.
All right. Do you understand by entering a plea of guilty in this case, you're giving up certain constitutional rights? One of them is given the right to have a trial. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. Yes or no?
Yes.
You understand that you're giving up the right to have the court appoint an attorney to represent you at a trial?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand if you, by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation. You understand that?
Yes.
I reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I do find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of guilty in this case, finding that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail, and I will impose court costs of prosecution in the amount of $273. I'll make those costs all payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. Yes
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
All right. Have a great day, sir. You have 30 days to appeal your judgment and sentence.
Okay.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Tell me your name, sir.
Harris, Carlos Harris.
All right, Mr. Harris, you are here in 2021 MM 718 AO on charge of trespass after warning.
Yes, sir.
I did review the charging affidavit in this case. The warrant that was signed in this case. The judge says I already found probable cause for your arrest. States there an offer for Mr. Harris to resolve his case.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, the offer is to withhold court costs.
All right, sir. The offer from the state of Florida is to withhold adjudication and guilt. Court costs an amount of $273. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County jail. Is that an offer you'd like to accept?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Go home today?
Say again?
I go home today?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You
Nothing
put
but
your
the
hand
truth.
down, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Can you tell me your name one more time?
Carlos Harris.
Mr. Harris, you are here in 2021 MM 718 AO on charge of trespass after warning. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case today?
No contest.
No
Guilty or
contest, yes, sir.
Say again?
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're giving up certain constitutional rights?
Yes, sir.
One of those rights is that you're giving up the right to have a trial in this matter.
Yes, sir.
You're saying giving up the right to have the court appoint an attorney to represent you at a trial.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did review the warrant in this case. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I will accept your plea of no contest, find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Withhold adjudication of guilt. I give you credit for the for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail. And I will impose the court cost of prosecution amount of $273. I'll make all those costs payable to the clerk within 1 year of today's date.
Yes, sir.
You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Can you tell me your name, sir?
Roosevelt Hemphill.
Mr. Hemphill, right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hemphill, you are here for some out-of-county warrants from St. Johns County. The judge in those cases set your bonds in the amount of $5,000. That's the count one. $5,000 is the count two. And it was $2,500 because count three.
And what case number is that, Your Honor?
That was the 20 CF 1775.
Okay, thank you.
That's the only warrant I had.
Yes, correct.
All right, sir, so you can post those bonds if you like. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you while you're in my custody. And we can get you on to St. John's if you can't post that bond. Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
Anthony Bernard Parton, sir.
All right. Mr. Parton, you are here in a few cases. The first case is 2021 CF 1387AO. I reviewed the judge signing your warrant in that case for the charge of sale or delivery of cocaine. Set your bond. This is one that was weird. I don't have the bond sheet. What was in the warrant? I don't have the.
Oh, yeah, we
Cabinet
addressed
cover.
that case yesterday, Your Honor.
So which case is he actually here
What
on
happened,
today?
he's here to address his out on bond fat that they
So-
placed on him before he could
we
bond
addressed
out.
2021 CF 13887.
And
and we-
1401.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's here to address 2021 CF 1062AO. Where you're out on bond. You were out on bond for possession of a firearm by convicted felon, possession of ammunition by convicted felon, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Based on the court's determination that you committed a new law offense, probable cause that you committed a new law offense while you're out on bond, the court is going to revoke those bonds set in 2021 CF 1062AO, but I can only do that as to the possession of the carrying concealed weapon case,
Yes,
because the other case is a warrant.
warrant.
So the other case, that's the case I'm finding probable cause that he committed a new law offense while he's out on bond, and I will revoke that bond, set new bonds at none. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases and get you in front of those judges to see if you can have a bond hearing.
So my bonds were revoked.
As to the case you were out on, 2021 CF 1062AO. You were arrested on a warrant, which is an old thing that happened last year. It seemed that way, and then you picked up a new case in 2021 CF 1402. And based on the probable cause in that, the court is going to revoke your old bond and set your new bond at $0 as to that case. You have bonds to your other cases, and that's not the one case.
So how could I get my bond back, sir?
You can file a bond motion, like I said, in front of the judge that's assigned to this division, and you get to work with your public defender to make that happen.
How long would that take, sir?
I don't know. Have a great day, sir. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Antonio LeBonzo Walker.
Freezing in here yesterday, and now I'm like, we'll try to make that happen. All right. All right, sir, you're here in 2021 CF 1361, AO, on charge of possession of MDMA or ecstasy.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry to interrupt again. He was already seen on that case.
Okay.
He's here to address the out on bond case.
Okay. All right, sir, it seems like you were out on bond when the other case happened in 2021 CF 1361 and 2019 CF 17278 AO. Court is going to revoke your bonds as to that matter.
Okay,
Going to set
sir.
a new bond in the amount of $5,000. Condition of that bond do not return to the scene of the location where that happened.
Okay, sir, can I say something?
I'm
The
going to
bond.
talk to your attorney first, and then you can
Yeah,
talk
but
to me.
I
Wait,
really
wait,
need
wait.
to-
Talk to the attorney.
Okay, I need to address you to address this.
And the new bond was $5,000, correct?
Condition of the bond, no return to the scene. No contact with any victims or witnesses. All right, Mr. Walker, you want to talk to Ms. George in the hallway?
He wants to address the court. I've advised against it.
It's the they had me in Brevard under
Yes, for this case.
There was a ferry to appear, and it was not supposed to be. Okay,
That has nothing to do with this right now. All right, listen to me. Listen.
Listen, the
You're
bossman tried to
talking too
address
much.
it.
I don't want you to incriminate yourself. I'm going to tell you what happened.
But
The
this
old
one
case,
ain't-
listen to me.
Yes, sir.
The old case that you're out on bond for,
Yes, sir.
whether it was failed to appear or not, is an open case. All right? You, the court is probable cause you committed a new felony while out on release. That's why I had to power revoke your bond. It has nothing to do with any of that. You were picked up in Brevard County for that case. I saw that was what happened. But it has nothing to do with the fact that you picked up a new case in Orange County. All right? So that's what we're here. You have a
But-
bond. You have a bond. So you're going to talk yourself into getting into a
Okay.
no bond. So please have a great day, sir.
I can't pay it. I can't pay it.
Have a great day, sir. You can get in front of you, talk, file a bond motion.
Can I
get
be
in
on
front of the judge.
RR?
Have a great day, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Tell me your name.
Mr. Buxton.
Tell me your full name.
Jimmy Buxton.
All right, Mr. Buxton, you are here in two matters. The first case is 2021 MM 820AO on charge of battery domestic violence. You're also here in 2021 CF 1411AO for a charge of battery on law enforcement officer and resisting officer without violence. Sorry, resisting officer with violence. I apologize. I did review both charging affidavits. I did find probable cause for your arrest as to those matters. I have a witness in the witness booth. Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Precious Buxton.
Sure. Can you say that again?
Precious Buxton.
All right, Ms. Buxton, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, put your hand down. All right, can you tell me how you know Mr. Buxton?
that's my husband.
All right, you got to keep your face covered. All right.
I just needed to breathe.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Mr. And are you afraid of Mr. Buxton?
No.
I got a question for you, because
Yes.
I don't think our pretrial release has the answer. I have allegations of prior domestic battery incidences, one in Georgia, and then another one, I can't tell, was that in Alabama?
I've never been to Alabama.
Well, he says he's from Auburn.
That's in Georgia.
Oh, Auburn, Georgia?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you both lived, how long have you guys lived together?
We've been married for 13 years.
All right. And you are aware of all the criminal history that is in his past?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you want to have contact with Mr. Buxton?
Yes. Can I say something or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just answer my questions, and then
Okay,
I'll
no
ask
problem.
the state can have an opportunity to ask you questions, and then so will the defense. All right.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Did drugs or alcohol play a role in this incident?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Did drugs or alcohol play a role in this incident?
I don't believe so.
All right. All right, State, do you have any questions for Ms. Boxton?
Yes, Your Honor. Has the defendant ever hit you?
No.
If at any point you're afraid of him, would you call 911?
Oh, yes, I would.
No more question, Your Honor.
Ms. George, do you have any questions for Ms. Boxton?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. All right, ma'am. I reviewed this charging affidavit. I reviewed your Mr. Boxton's criminal history. All right, Mr. Boxton, are you planning to stay here in Central Florida, or are you going back to Georgia?
I'm gonna stay with my wife until she's done with her job, and then we'll go back to Georgia.
All right, sir. As to count one, I want to set your bond amount of $1,500. Make condition of your bond until you can get in front of Judge Shoemaker that you have no contact with your wife. I'm going to, and you also have no contact with the alleged child victim as well. That you possess no weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours release. You need to maintain a separate residence from your wife. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. So call law enforcement first. Don't go there and then call law enforcement. You will be arrested, and I'll see you very soon. You understand that?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Your Honor, he also has another case. I believe he has two other cases. Oh, no.
Yeah, I want to address the felony cases. I'm just addressing the domestic battery case.
Okay.
All right. In 2021 CF 1411AO, the court's going to set your bond as account one in the amount of $1,000, as account two in the amount of $2,000. I apologize. Same conditions as bond as your misdemeanor cases. You want to appoint a public defender to represent you?
I'm so sorry. It shows resisting officer with violence is one case and battery LEO is another case. So which bond was the $1,000 for?
Okay, so this is 2021 CF goes 1459. Of course, going to set that bond amount of $1,000.
Okay.
And then that's the 2021 CF 1411AO. Of course, going to set that bond amount of $2,000.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a great day, sir. Sorry, did you review the no contact order? Do you have any questions about the no contact order? All right, Mr. Boxton, do you have any questions about the no contact order?
No, no, sir.
All right.
I think she just explained I can call these people.
Yep,
and
she
they
works
can
in the
help
public
us.
defender's office. You work for, she can get you in front of the judge, which is Judge Shoemaker, which runs our domestic violence division. You can have a more exploratory hearing based on what I see in court, based on your criminal history. Of course, doesn't feel comfortable having you have contact with your wife at this time, nor the child that was possibly a victim in this case as well. So we're gonna stay away until you can get in front of that judge. All right.
All right.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Have a great day, Ms. Baxter.
I have a question. So am I okay to leave or?
I can't hear you, ma'am.
So what happens next, like as far as us? Because I'm only here working temporary. I don't have to come back to court, do I?
If you're subpoenaed by the court to come, then yes.
Okay, how did I even become a victim? Because me and my children both, you know, I'm a very big advocate of domestic violence, so I would not lie. I advocate in Georgia. He would be in jail if he hit me. He did not touch me, so I just want that on record.
Yeah, okay. I'm just telling you what my orders are based on the information I have right now.
Okay, gotcha.
As I said, he can get in front of Judge Shoemaker, and you guys can have a longer discussion than I have to have today.
Okay, and then will I get information for that?
Yes, ma'am, you should.
Okay, thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too, ma'am. All right. Tell me your name, sir.
Arthur Dean Dalton.
Mr. Dalton, you are here in 2021 CF 13440AO. So 13440AO. On charges of aggravated battery and battery by strangulation, domestic violence. The judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond as to count 1 in the amount of $2,500. Bond is to count 2 in the amount of $1,500. Conditions of your bonds is you now have no contact with the victim in this case. Do you have any questions about the no contact order, sir?
No, sir.
All right. You do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I will strike the no return to the scene and replace that with no maintain a separate residence. I'll give him one-time return with law enforcement to collect any personal items you have. All right?
Yes, sir.
One time to go back if you need to go back for any reason. But you got to go with law enforcement. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Not possessing drugs or alcohol while on release. Sir, you need to report to the sheriff's office when you leave the jail here, like whenever you bond out, to register or to fulfill your registration requirements as a sex offender or sexual predator. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day, sir. All right. Tell me your name, sir. Tell me your name.
Isaac,
Tell me your full name.
Marty, Vince.
All right. You got to speak into the microphone. Tell me your full name. All right. We get you some hearing devices if you need that. All right. Tell me your full name, sir.
Vince Isaac. Vince Marty Isaac.
All right, Mr. Isaac, you are here in 2021 CF 1410AO on charge of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and aggravated battery causing great bodily harm, domestic violence. The court reviewed the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find a factual basis for the entering of this plea. The court's going to set your bond as to count 1 in the amount of $2,000 and then $2,000 as to count 2. Conditions of your bonds not to possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You are to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. Do you have any questions about the no contact order, sir?
No problem.
Do you have any questions about the no contact order?
No.
All right. Please abide by the order, otherwise you'll be seeing me very soon. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Anthony Rosales.
Is it Rosadell?
Rosales. R-O-S-A-L-S.
Mr. Rosales, you are here in 2021 CF 1460AO on charge of tampering with a witness to hinder communication and battery dating violence. The court did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. You want to set your bond as count 1 in the amount of $500. Bond is account 2 in the amount of $500. Conditions of the bonds that you not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You are to have no contact with the victim in this case. I want order that you not return to the scene, so you're going to find a different camp to live at. What else is going on? I don't know.
I live in another county.
Yep. And you possess no drugs or alcohol while you're out on release. I want to point the public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Brenda Perez Hernandez.
You're going to slide a little bit over this way. You're in front of the mic. Tell me your name again.
Brenda Perez Hernandez.
All right, Ms. Perez Hernandez, you are here in 2021 MM83AW on charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $250 with pretrial release supervision. That you have no contact with your husband, or that you continue to maintain a separate residence from. Actually, there's no return to the scene where it's happened. You all have a third party that you all can use for exchanging of the children?
Yeah.
All right, do you have a set schedule for that?
No.
All right, so I'll do this. I will allow this level of contact, but it must be in writing. And it has to only concern the transfer or well-being of the children. You're allowed to either text or email your husband, but for the sole purpose, for those two sole purposes.
Okay. So sorry, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you go back and put which conditions you want to put? Do you want to strike the no contact?
I'll say this, you should have no contact other than as what I specified. That is the exception. So everything else on the no contact order, with the exception, because since you all are still married, he still has a legal obligation to take care of his children and to provide for them. So I don't want to diminish your rights or his rights in that manner. But the communication that you need to have about your children can't be what I read about in this affidavit. It's either the kids are going to be at grandmother's, you would pick them up at 2, and then I'll return them at whatever time. So you understand?
Yes.
All right, but you can't return to the scene. Not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Understand?
Yes.
And you said only text and email?
Yeah, it has to be in writing. So.
Okay.
So no Snapchat, something that can be documented. All right, I don't know if you guys have a parenting app or something that you guys want to start using. It may be better off than what you're doing right now.
Okay.
But something where it can be reviewed by a judge. All right, have a great day, ma'am.
You too.
All right. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Sonia Rivera.
All right, Ms. Rivera, you are here in 2021 MM839AO on the charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest as to this matter. I will set your bond in an amount of $500 with pretrial release supervision, that you have no contact with the victim in this case. You maintain a separate residence from the victim, that you possess no weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have, they will turn over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. That you possess or consume no drugs or alcohol while out on release. Oh, this is the one. be tested for the consumption of alcoholic beverages and/or controlled substances at your own expense while out on pretrial release. I will appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a good day, man. I'll give you the 30-day grace period for the testing of narcotics. And I'll give the one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items she has.
Your Honor, did you give her a, because she lives there with her daughter?
Yes,
so
I'll get
as
a-
long as he's not there, she can go back, correct?
Maintain a separate residence. But if he's still there, then I just figure something else out.
Okay, yes, Your
All right.
Honor. Thank you.
All right, sir. Tell me your name.
Daniel Santiago.
Mr. Santiago, you are here in 2021 MM 819 AO on charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case and did find probable cause for your arrest. The court is going to set your bond as to this matter. We're going an amount of $250 with pretrial release supervision. That you have no contact with the victim in this case. You maintain a separate residence from the victim. You do not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You possess or consume no drugs or alcohol while out on PTR. Mr. Santiago, you got any questions about the no contact order, Mr. Santiago?
I guess you stay away from my house, yes.
Say again?
I guess you stay away from my house, yes.
All right. Well, more than that.
By my kids and my wife.
All right, no contact.
No contact.
All right. Any form of, you can imagine, think about contact, social media, billboards, anything you think about is contact, understand?
Okay.
Just don't do it. You'll be seeing me soon, understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day, sir.
Thank you very much.
Tell me your name, sir.
Thomas Trawick, sir.
All right. Mr. Treywick, you are here in 2020 MM 6859 AO on a violation of pretrial release conditions. The judge signing your warrant in that case set your bond amount of $2,000.
Yes, sir.
Conditional your bonds in that case to still have no contact with the victim in this case.
Actually, it was a no hostile. Because the charges were dropped. The original charges were dropped. But at first they did give me a no contest or a no contact order, but that got changed over by the judge to a no hostile. My mom came in and talked to the judge and the prosecution.
I could no hostile contact order in place. But Judge Wayne Shoemaker already determined that.
Okay.
I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. Have a great day.
Thank you.
No hostile contact.
No, you don't have to.
Oh. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day today.
All right. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Melissa Davis. Melissa Davis.
All right. Ms. Davis, you are here in 2021 CT 1002 AO on charge of driving under the influence of property damage or personal injury. Court did review the charging affidavit in this case and did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm gonna set I'll stay your bonds in the amount of $1,000.
Your Honor, my client does not have any access to her money, and with her having no criminal history, with the court being inclined to an ROR.
She can qualify for pretrial release, Your
That's what
Honor.
I was
We
gonna
just,
ask you.
yeah, we couldn't put it on the form because her fingerprints hasn't cleared, so we couldn't put yes or no.
All right. I'll release you, ma'am, on direct pretrial release in this case. I will make a condition of your pretrial release that you not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol. You'll be tested for the consumption of drugs or alcohol at your own expense while out on pretrial release. I'll give you 30 days for any narcotics that may be in your system, but the alcohol testing will resume immediately.
Okay,
Have a great day, ma'am.
what about my prescription medicine?
That's what I said, that you don't have a prescription for. So no drugs, alcohol that you don't have a prescription for. If you have a prescription, then you make sure you tell your pretrial release officer and tell them what it is.
No, I have Ativan, so.
Yeah, whatever it is. Well, you have a pretrial release officer, so you need to communicate that with them. Because if you don't communicate that with them, you may end up getting arrested for, like consuming something that you could have
And
otherwise
that
done.
officer, they'll help me I can get a hold of them.
Yeah, you have to meet with them regularly, so they'll have contact with you. All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Tell me your name, sir.
Paul Edward Evans Jr.
Say again?
Paul Evans.
All right, Mr. Evans, you're here in 2021 CT 1006 AO on charge of no valid driver's license. Say offer you want to extend to Mr. Evans.
Your Honor, it's adjudication of guilt and court costs.
Is that adjudication of guilt?
Yes.
All right, sir. The offer from the state of Florida is an adjudication of guilt. Court costs amount of $306. Is that an offer you want to take today?
What? I mean, I don't understand.
You can resolve your case today. I can release you or on bond or some other release conditions. So you can come back and deal with the case later on. It's up to you.
So, I mean, the offer is adjudication of guilt?
Yep.
I get released today?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You want to raise your right hand and be sworn in? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, put your hand down. Tell me your name one more time.
Paul Evans.
Mr. Evans, you're here in 2021 CT 1006 AL on a charge of no valid driver's license. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case today?
Guilty.
All right. Sir, do you understand why entering a plea of guilty in this case? You're given the right to have a trial.
Yes, sir.
You understand? You're given the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial.
Yes, sir.
I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
At a trial, an attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there was a witness you wanted to call that did not want to appear for court, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're given the right to remain silent during this matter?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're given the right to appeal any errors in this case except the court's jurisdiction over you and the legality of the sentence I'm going to impose?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did review the charging affidavit in this case as well as your driving record. I do find a factual basis for the entering of this plea. I will accept your plea of guilty in this case, find it as freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. And I will impose court costs, the cost of prosecution, an amount of $306. I will make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, this is Sergio Gonzalez. He's here for 2 cases, 2021 CT 108 AA, 2021 CT 109 AA. We'll appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Gonzalez. Ms. George, do you want to waive Mr. Gonzalez's appearance?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right. He wasn't interviewed.
No, Your Honor.
I will release him on straight pretrial release if he qualifies. I'll say this. I'll set his bond as an amount of $500 each on each count, or pretrial release if he qualifies. Condition of his pretrial release that he not possess any drugs or alcohol while he's out on release. That he not operate a motor vehicle without a valid Florida license, and that he be tested through pretrial release for the consumptions of drugs or alcohol. I'll give him a 30-day grace period on testing for narcotics, but alcohol testing will presume immediately.
Okay, so only if he qualifies for pretrial release, you want him on drug testing or drug testing, period?
No,
with the
that's
bond?
only if he qualifies.
Just on pretrial release? Thank you.
All right, then I had Trecomi. Is it Taria Kamasi? Somebody bonded?
Yes.
Was a racing?
Daniel?
Yep. All right, then I had Tobas. All right, this is 2021 CT 113 AE. Mr. Tobas is here on a charge of driving under the influence. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him. Ms. George, you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right. I'll set his bond in an amount of $500 or straight pretrial release if he qualifies. He's not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. He's subject to alcohol and random testing at his expense. Alcohol testing will happen immediately. Narcotic testing can happen 30 days after his first test. And then we'll do no operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Marcel Radis, his mental health.
All right. This is Marcel Bradis, 2021 MM 838 AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him in this case. Ms. George, if this was like a Tuesday, I would say he's trying to bring him back tomorrow so we can resolve his case. Because he has 2 open trespass cases that we can resolve while he's in our custody.
We can bring it back on Tuesday, Your Honor?
No, I was saying because today's Friday, so I didn't know if you want to try to bring him back tomorrow, leave a note with your covering counterpart to see if we can resolve his case tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll do that.
All right, let's reset Mr. Braddock for tomorrow, see if he's feeling good enough to come to court, and then we will try to resolve this 2021 case and the 2020 case at the same time. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Sean Cronin.
Is it Cronlin?
Cronin.
Cronian. All right, Mr. Cronian, you're here in 2021 MM 835 AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. Court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find a probable cause for your arrest. States that an offer you want to extend to Mr. Cronian.
Yes, Your Honor, the offer is a diversion 1.
Well, how's he going to do the diversion unless you guys have a secret video somewhere or?
And the alternative would be adjudication of guilt and court costs.
All right. Mr. Cronian, the state of Florida at this time today is offering adjudication of guilt on court costs. You want to accept that offer today?
Yes, sir.
All right, you raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down, sir. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM 835 AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. You understand that?
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve that case?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you get on certain constitutional rights?
Yes.
You understand you get on the right to have a trial in this matter?
Yes.
You understand you get on the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yes.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes.
If there's a witness that you wanted to call that did not want to appear for court, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand you give them the right to remain silent as to this case?
Yes.
You understand you give them the right to appeal any errors in this case except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentences I'm going to impose?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I'm going to find I found a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I accept your plea of no contest as to this matter. Find it is freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I will impose court costs and cost of prosecution amount of $273. I will make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm not going to take any action on 2020 CF 13153 AO, but it may not happen the next time, Mr. Kearney.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
Richard J. Johnson.
All right, Mr. Johnson, you are here in 2020 MM 834 AO on 2 charges. The first charge you're arrested for is possession of drug paraphernalia and petty theft. Says an offer to resolve Mr. Johnson's case.
No offer at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Johnson, there's an offer at this time to resolve your case. All right. All right, Mr. Johnson. I'm going to set your bond as to count 1, the drug paraphernalia case, in the amount of $250. Count 2, we're going to set it in the amount of $150. Or that you not return to the scene of this location and possess no drugs or alcohol. Mr. Johnson, you're a crossroads in your life. You know that, right?
Excuse me?
No, you're in a crossroads in your life. You know that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're in your 40s.
You're 46.
I mean, you can keep giving your life to the state of Florida.
I know it, man.
I mean, it's your choice. I mean, but you just released from the Department of Corrections last March, and
yes, sir.
You're back here visiting us again. So, I mean, you can keep giving your life to us, but I don't think that's a productive way to live. But that's up to you. All right. All right. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir. All right, sir, tell me your name.
My name is...
Cover your face. Just cover your face.
Oh, sorry. My name is Dennis C. Martin.
All right. Mr. Martin, you are here in 2021 MM 837 AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yes, sir.
The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. States there an offer to resolve Mr. Martin's case today.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is adjudication of guilt and court costs.
All right. Mr. Martin, the state of Florida is offering you an adjudication of guilt and court costs. Is an offer you want to accept today?
Please. Excuse me?
The offer is adjudication of guilt, court costs.
Yes.
And credits for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail.
Yes, 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 sir.
All right. You want to raise your right hand to be sworn in? Raise your right hand to be sworn in.
Oh, right.
There it is.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, put your hand down. Tell me your name one more time.
Dennis C. Martin.
Mr. Martin, you're here in 2021 MM 837 AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. That's a first degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case today?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case today?
No contents.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're giving up certain constitutional rights.
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up the right to have a trial in this matter?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up the right to have the court appoint an attorney to represent you at this trial?
Yes, sir.
At a trial, the attorney can challenge the state's evidence, they can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up the right to remain silent as to this charge?
Excuse me?
You understand you give up the right to remain silent as to this case?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up the right to appeal any errors in this case except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, I'm not, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes.
What was that mental health illness?
ADT similar. I don't know.
All right. Do you take any medications for your mental health illness?
I was taking Mobec and Flexerol. I'm out of it.
All right.
Yes.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, entering this plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I review the charging affidavit in this case. I find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I accept the plea of no contest in this case. Find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served.
Yes, sir.
I will impose court costs amount of $273 and cost of prosecution.
Yes,
I'll make
sir.
those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment sentence in writing.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martin, I don't know if you're self-medicating or what's going on, but you find a different way to make this happen, so you have to stop visiting us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
So there are a lot of resources out here in the community to help you, so you might want to talk to PTR or somebody else before you leave the jail to try to help you, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir. Sure will.
Tell me your name, sir.
Sorry?
Tell me your name.
John Walter.
Mr. Wilter, you're here in 2021 MO 166 AO on charge of disorderly conduct. You're also here in 2021 MM 836 AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. The court reviewed the charging affidavits as to both cases that did find probable cause for your arrest as to those charges. Says an offer to resolve one or both of Mr. Walter's cases.
Give me a second, please, John. I had the offer on this sheet earlier. Your Honor, can you please repeat the charges? Can you please repeat the charges?
The charges are disorderly conduct, was city ordinance violation, and the other charge is possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yeah, the state would offer adjudication of guilt to count 2 and merge and dismiss the current charges.
All right, so you want to drop the disorderly conduct and please the.
That is correct.
All right. All right, sir. The offer from the state of Florida is for you to plead to the drug paraphernalia charge with adjudication of guilt, credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail. That's $270.
Sorry, I can't hear.
That's fine.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right. You hear me better now?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. The offer from the state of Florida is to resolve your cases. They're going to drop the city ordinance violation, and then you're going to plead to the possession of drug paraphernalia. There's an adjudication of guilt, credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail, and there's $273 in court costs and cost of prosecution. You want to take that offer from the state of Florida?
Time served, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down, sir. Tell me your name one more time.
John Frederick Welcher.
All right, Mr. Walter, you're here in 2021 MM 836AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve these cases?
No contest.
All right. You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you give them certain constitutional rights.
Okay.
You understand you give them the right to have a trial in this matter?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give them the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yes, sir.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there's a witness you wanted to call that did not want to come to court, the court can use subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give them the right to remain silent as to this charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give them the right to appeal this charge, any errors in this case, except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation?
Yes, sir.
I did review the charging affidavit in this case in 2021 MM 836AO and did find a factual basis for the entering your plea. I accept your plea of no contest to that charge. I will give you credit for the 2 days. Adjudicate you guilty of the charge by freely and voluntarily enter. Give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail. There's $273 in court costs and cost of prosecution in this case. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay those costs directly to the clerk. I'll give you, you have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment sentence in writing. Mr. Walter, you're super young. You were born in 91.
I'm 30.
Yeah. Still. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to, it's up to you. If you want to continue to come visit us or, try to make a change, but you try to find some resources to help you to try to make that change. State, what do you say as to the city case?
Say what, Your Honor?
You said you're going to dismiss the city case, so.
That is correct.
Are you going to do that?
The state would announce that no prior the city ordinance violation.
Yeah. The case number is 2021 MO 166AO. So
Can you please repeat that, Your Honor?
you're going to announce the non process as to that case on the record, please. And follow up in writing with the clerks, please.
What's the case number? I'm sorry.
2021 MO 166AO.
All right, Your Honor. The state would announce that no prior to 2021 MO 166AO.
All right. All right. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Tell me your name, sir.
Shantane White.
All right, Mr. White, you're here in 2021 M81AW on charge of battery. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I want to stay your bond in the amount of $500. Make a condition, if find probable cause for your arrest, I'll stay your bond in the amount of $500. I'm going to Making a condition of your bond, you have no contact with the victim in this case. You're not returned to the scene of the location. You're not possessing weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. That you possess no drugs or alcohol while out on release. That you don't have a valid prescription for. You're out on release in 2020 MM 8123 AO on another charge of battery. Of course, going to revoke your bond as to that case. I'm going to set a new bond at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. And you can get in front of Judge Shoemaker to talk to him about your bond conditions. Have a great day, sir.
So on the other bond, you revoked it?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
All right. Have a great day, sir. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Isaiah Barnes.
All right, Mr. Barnes, you are here in 2020 MM 8527 AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond amount of $3,000. Your bond remained $3,000. I appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. I'm not taking any action on 2020 CF 9636 AO. Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
Joshua Cousins Howard.
Say your last name again.
Glazell Tower.
Oh, you gotta come down lower because I can't. I have to tell you.
Glazell Tower.
Gazelle Tower.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I want to hear. All right, Gazelle Tower. I want to make sure I'm saying your name correctly. It was a Gazelle Tower. You are here in 2021 MM 375 AO for a failure to appear warrant on a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $500. The bond remained at $500 unless the state has an offer to resolve your case today.
Give me a second, Your Honor. The offer is a withholding on a court cost.
Sir, the offer from the state of Florida is a withhold adjudication of guilt court costs in amount of $273. Is that an offer you want to take today?
Yes, sir. If he's gonna get me released today, yes, sir.
All right.
I support it.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
You got it. Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM 375 AO on a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. That is a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contest.
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're giving up certain constitutional rights? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that one of those rights is you're giving up the right to have a trial?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand you're giving up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yes, sir.
At a trial, an attorney can challenge the state's evidence, they can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there was a witness you wanted to call, then you not want to appear for court, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, sir, not at all.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or forced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
You understand you're given the right to remain silent as to this charge?
Mm-hmm.
You understand you're given the right to appeal any errors that are made in this case, except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose.
Yes, sir.
I did actually review the charging affidavit in this case before I came to court. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I will accept your plea of no contest as to this charge. I will withhold adjudication of guilt, find as freely and voluntarily entered. I will give you credit for the, how many days?
12 days.
12 days that you have in Orange County Jail with 12 days credit time served. I will impose court costs and cost of prosecution amount of $273. Sir, do you I will give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk. I will give you have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment sentence in writing. All right. Have a great day, sir.
God bless all y'all.
Tell me your name, sir.
Jonathan Patrick, sir.
Mr. Patrick, you are here in 2020 CO 935AL on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $500. Your bond remained at $500 unless the state has an offer to resolve your city ordinance violation case.
Give me a second, please. I'm checking.
Sorry, county ordinance violation. The solicitation model permit.
Yeah. The offer is the adjudication of guilt and court costs.
Mr. Patrick, the state is offering you adjudication of guilt and court costs, and offer you want to take today?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down, sir. Tell me your name one more time.
Jonathan Edward Patrick.
Mr. Patrick, you're here in 2020 CO 935AO on a charge of solicitation without a permit. That is a second-degree misdemeanor punishable by 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contest, sir.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest to these charges, you're given the right to have a trial?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand you're given the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're now a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did review this charging affidavit before I come into court today, so I did find a factual basis. I do find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I accept your plea of no contest, find it is freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give him credit for the
2 days.
2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I'll impose court costs. My clerk's gonna tell me.
$223.
At $223 in this case. I make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment sentence in writing. I will not take any action on 2020 CF 8429AO. Have a great day, sir.
I mean, I'm gone today? Or
Yeah.
do I have?
See?
All right. Thank you, sir. God bless.
Unless you want to stay with us.
Frank Giuliano.
Say your name.
Frank Giuliano.
What happened to Ewin? Ewing? Okay. She bonded, yeah. I was gonna say she bonded. All right. All right, Mr. Giuliano, you're here in 2019 CF 859, case out of Seminole County. You were arrested on a violation of probation warrant from Seminole County. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $0. Your bond remained at $0 until you can get over to Seminole County to address the case. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you while you're here in my custody. Do you understand?
What if I have a my own attorney currently
That's fine.
right now?
If you have an attorney in Seminole County representing you on this case?
I have an attorney in both. He said he'll take both.
Well, until I don't want you sitting here without any representation. So whenever that attorney files their notice of appearance, then the public defender's office will withdraw. But I don't want, like, if you haven't, finalized a contract and have actually filed a notice of appearance, I don't want you sitting here without some representation. You understand?
All right. So currently my bond still, I can't bond out.
Yeah, you can't bond out as of the Seminole County case. No. I mean, I don't know what's going on with your your meth case and DUI, but
That's something else.
I don't know. I was going with that, but I'm not taking any action as to that 2020 CF 13611 case. But as to the Seminole County case, you don't have a bond as to that case.
Okay.
Jose Rivera.
Yes, sir.
He refused court.
All right, this is Mr. Jose Rivera. He's here on some county warrants from Levi County. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Rivera. Ms. George, you want to waive his appearance today?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right, the judge in that kills case has set his bonds as the 2018 CF 440 at $25,000 and then $5,000, and then as the 2018 CF 471 AO. Of course, going to set his bond amount. The court set his bond amount of $30,000. I'm making a condition of his bonds that he have no contact with any victims or witnesses, possess no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has needs to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release.
So Your
And
Honor,
he has no return to the scene.
you lowered the bond?
No, it was 30,000, wasn't it? It's 25, 5, and 30, right?
For 471, I have it at 150,000.
Okay.
Let me just check. Let me double check.
I don't have. Maybe I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at 444. Says has 25 and then 5. Oh, I see it now. Okay. No, it's 100. It is $150,000. That's to the battery by strangulation charge, which I think is the 471 charge. But same conditions: no contact with the victim, no return to the scene, no weapons, no firearms. All right. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Lynn Marie Spencer.
All right, Ms. Spencer, you're here for an out-of-county writ in a 2007 DR 3094 case. The Seminole County judge set a $202,500 purge for that amount. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. And either we're going to get you over to Seminole County or you can pay the purge and get out.
I'm going to Seminole County.
If you don't pay the purge, then you got to go over there to talk to the judge about the child support writ. All right, we're going to do our 32-day motions. First case I have is Petros 2020 CF 13553 AO. State, what did you say to that motion?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. We got a email for a 33-day motion from yesterday that was denied, and I was asking the state if they filed the information on it.
Well, let's deal with the case I have in front of me, and then we can talk about something that happened yesterday. So let's talk about Petros with Abraham Petros, which is 2020 CF 15353 AO. Did you file the information or not?
No information from that case.
I didn't file information on this case. Is there information filed on this case?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I got the case up. What is your question, Your Honor?
Did you file an information? There's a 33-day motion filed saying that they want to have their client released on all recognizance because you failed to file within the required time.
No, we don't see one in the system.
Is there a notice of non-filing?
is not filed on.
So
Honor,
Petra
we
sounds
would
like it's
have-
gonna be granted.
Oh.
Today is the 5th.
Oh, these two?
Oh, okay. Looks like Wisdom, there was no non-filing, so I'm grant that. And that's 2020 CF 15146 AO.
Yeah.
Then I have Kenneth Allen, 2020 CF 15270 AO.
It's on the back.
Information was filed.
So that's gonna be denied, information was filed.
And I'm sorry, Petros was granted?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
All right, does anybody have anything else for the better of the order? Madam Clerk told me we don't have any arraignments.
No arraignments.
All right, so we'll be in recess
Honor.
until 1 o'clock.
Your
Well,
Honor.
I'm sorry. Ms. George, you wanted to address some case from yesterday?
Yes, Your Honor, it was. Yesterday, it was LaShonda Morgan, case number 20 CF 14562 AO. And she has another case, 20 MM 8697 AO. It was denied, however, we did not see any information filed on any of those cases from yesterday.
Is there information there now today? Or does somebody have a stamped copy?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, you said to someone
Is the
have...
information there now, or is there a stamped copy?
No, Your Honor.
I'm talking to the state.
Oh,
No, Your Honor, the case has not been filed on.
we would just ask that you grant the 33-day motion from yesterday, Your Honor.
What's this? It's, give me the case numbers again.
20 CF 14562 AO.
14562,
62 AO.
and
Yes,
then
sir. And then 20 MM 8697 AO.
8697 AO. Am I confirmed that they actually been in custody for longer than 32 days?
Your Honor.
Because was it denied because they said they filed the information, or denied because they filed too early?
Yesterday, from what I heard, it was a no, the information was filed. I would ask that the clerk double check.
We wouldn't know. Rebecca, can you check to see if they've been incarcerated for more than 33 days? 32 days?
What's the person's name?
LaShonda.
What's the person's name?
LaShonda Morgan. You need me to spell it for you?
LaShonda.
Yes.
And for which case?
Both. There was a 33-day motion on 20 CF 14562 AO.
And 8697?
Yes.
Yes, she's been in more than 33 days.
All right. So 2020 CF 14562, and then 2020 MM 8697 AO, the court is going to release Ms. Morgan on her own recognizance. That's those two cases only.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can you revisit the case for me, please?
2020 CF 14.
No, I'm saying a particular case earlier. 2020 CF 15146.
14562. It's the case number I had, and then 2000.
No, I'm referring to Jared Wisdom. It's the case I'm giving you.
He's I believe he's talking about the cases that were set today, Your Honor. I don't believe we addressed Jerry Wisdom from the 33-day.
I granted Jerry Wisdom because I had a notice of non-filing. I denied one of them.
Yep.
You denied Allen.
Allen.
Your Honor, the citation served as a filing,
For Wisdom,
yes.
you filed the information?
Well, he was receiving a citation, Your Honor, when that satisfied the filing decision.
No, because the rule says he has to formally be charged. And that's a felony case. So there's no other way to charge somebody other than filing information in a felony case.
But when the misdemeanor rule controls because it's an enhanceable crime.
They didn't file on the misdemeanor case. They filed on the felony case.
Yeah, but it only became a felony because it was enhanced to a felony from a misdemeanor, right? So therefore, it's.
I have no idea.
It should have been, it should have been a misdemeanor case that's just been enhanced. So therefore, a citation would serve as a felony.
No. The rule in its plain language says that a person in custody needs to be formally charged, and all the definitions of formally charged are either by information or indictment before the 33rd day and before the hearing on the 33-day motion. You can ask me for more time if you have good cause to get to the 40 days. Are you asking me for more time based on what good cause? Let me know.
I can't in good conscience make arguments as to why there's a good cause because I did not speak to the intake attorney, but
Well,
I would
then
argue that
your office filed a notice of non-filing and the addition that the person has been in custody for over 32 days. There have not been formal charges filed, so no information or indictments filed. So it was granted. All right. We'll be in recess. Judge Bigney said at 1 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, just one question. You're rounded out.
Good afternoon, this is Judge Carter.
Judge Carter, this is Judge Bigney. I'm going to be addressing Courtney Jenkins in case number 2021 CF1454 plus his out-of-bond case in Osceola 2020 CF12275. Can I get appearances for the state and for the public defenders?
Kathy Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Letitia George on behalf of the Office of the Public Defender.
And sir, are you Mr. Jenkins?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Carter is going to do your first appearance on both of these cases. Go ahead and proceed.
All right, hi. Good afternoon, Mr. Jenkins.
Good afternoon.
Sir, you were arrested in 21 CF 1454 for possession of tetrahydrocannabis and possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. The court does find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you unless you've already hired have you ever hired a lawyer on this case, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. And then I'm revoking the bond in the out-on-bond case, and that bond's going to be set at none.
Your Honor,
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, we would ask that you take no action on the out-on-bond case. My client does have a valid marijuana license.
Okay, that request will be denied. Anything else?
The bond's on the regular
And we're staying the, what, are you staying?
Oh, I'm sorry. Bond on count 1 is 1,000 and bond on count 2 is 100.
All right, is there anything else from the public defender's office?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Judge Carter.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
I appreciate it, bye. All right, thank you. And Mr. Weissman, we'll try to work your case in as soon as we can. What's your? See you whenever you're ready. Can you put down that Amy Carter handled it? All right, thank you. Sir, what is your name?
Lidge, Mayor.
Let me just find the paperwork. How far down is that in here? The last one? What's a VOP, right, Mr. Weissman?
Correct, Your Honor.
Spell your last name?
M-A-I-R.
Okay, thank you, sorry. Appearance for the record, please.
Simon Weissman on behalf of Mr. Meyer.
All right, sir, you're here in case number 2017 CF 150780. You're here for a violation of probation. Your current bond is no bond. Do you want to be heard on this, Mr. Weissman?
Your Honor, I was hoping to see if we could...
I could barely hear you.
Sure. Judge, I was hoping to see if we could plea it out today, but I understand there's some restrictions in that regard.
Yes, I cannot plea it out. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
No, the other thing was, I'd like to see if we could get a bond set. I understand Your Honor may be inclined to let the trial judge deal with that.
Yeah, I thank you for appearing today, but I'm not, I'm going to deny your request to modify the bond based on the new law offense. You can address it with Judge Wilson.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, and
Thank
thanks
you,
for
Your
your
Honor.
patience this morning.
May I be
This
excused?
afternoon. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, slide.
Give us 1 second.
Sure.
That's fine. I mean, he has a lot. He has 3 counts, so that's fine. I will put it. He didn't say that, are you? I'm not going to say it's a warrant.
And just to give the state and the PDs a heads up, on James Bennett, he is PTR eligible. I don't have probable cause for the HTO, the DWLS habitual traffic offender, but I do a PC for a DWLS. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but just to...
Yeah, we get updated.
Oh, okay, and I have an updated sheet on him too.
He doesn't qualify on my updated sheet.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, it's to the DWLS being HTO. So just giving you a heads up on that. Thank you. Nice to see you, Deputy. How are you? Good. You're here now? You're here now for good?
Yeah, I've been here for 2 years now.
I don't know where anybody is. Good to see you, sir.
I spent 2 years in your courtroom.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me what your name is?
Justin DeJesus.
Mr. DeJesus, you're here for a charge of criminal mischief in case number 2021 CF 142480. I'll appoint the public defender for that charge. I do find that there is probable cause in that case. In that matter, I will stay the bond. And then you also have an open case, 2021 MO 9480. Based on the facts of the new case, I'm going to revoke your bond in that case, but I will give you a new bond of $2,000. No return to the scene of the crime. Thank you, sir. Is my mic on? can you tell me what your name is, please?
Isaac Flores.
Mr. Flores, you're here in case number 2021 CF 1377A80. I'm going to appoint a public defender to help you with your case unless you tell me you've hired an attorney.
Okay.
You have
Public
not?
defender.
Okay, I'll give you a public defender. Sir, you're here for 3 counts of sexual battery in a child, as well as 4 counts of lewd or lascivious conduct by a person. 4 counts of lewd and lascivious conduct. These are all felonies of the 2nd degree. They're currently set at no bond. Do you want to be heard, defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set bond at $5,000 per count for a total of $35,000. You're to have no contact with anybody under the age of 18 and no contact with the victims. Thank you, sir. Can you tell me your name, please?
Janelle Lynn Pollen.
Ms. Fallon, you're here in case number 21 CF 1465. Would you like a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to appoint them to help you with your case. I find probable cause in case number for possession of methamphetamine, possession of a counterfeit plate or motor vehicle sticker, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Ma'am, do you have any ties to Orlando, Florida, or are you just visiting?
No, I'm here now.
Okay. On count 1, I'll stay the bond at $2,000. On counts 2 and 3, I'll reduce to ROR. Ma'am, you do need to stay in touch with your attorney and appear for all future court dates.
Okay.
Then, sir, what's your name?
James Edward Bennett Jr.
Good morning, Mr. Bennett. You're here in case number 2021 CF 1462. You're here for a charge of possession of cocaine and driving with license suspended or revoked as a habitual traffic offender. Sir, do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
I do find probable cause for the cocaine. State any objection to me finding PC under 322.34 sub 2 a lesser included offense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to I'll set your bond at $1,000 on the cocaine charge and $100 on the driving with license suspended. PC is to a lesser included offense. Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
All right.
So what, is that pretrial release?
No, you're not eligible for pretrial release, and I'm not giving you pretrial release.
Okay.
All right. Your bond is $1,100 total.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Are you Pedro Burgos Lugo?
Yes, I am.
Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Not at this moment.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender in case number 2021 CF 1452. I find probable cause for possession of cocaine. I'll set that bond at $1,000. I'm also going to revoke your bond on case number 2020 CF 7971AO. Actually, strike that. I'm going to revoke your pretrial release. I'm going to modify your bond and give you a new bond of $1,000. Your public defender can further assist you. Benjamin Citron is next. Are you Mr. Citron? Good morning. Are you Mr. Citron?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Citron, you're here in case number 2021 CF 1431AO. Would you like a public defender for your new cases?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender. Do you have a public defender for your Osceola County court cases?
Yes.
All right. In your new case, you're here for a charge of attempted second-degree murder with a firearm, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. State, do you want to be heard on bonds?
We believe the defendant should be held at no bond on count 1. No objection to the subsidiaries, no contact with the victim or any witnesses, no weapons, no firearms.
Defense?
Your Honor, we have no argument. We reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing in the trial division.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and agree with the state. I'll keep the bond state at no bond, 150 and 150 respectively, no contact. You're to possess no weapons or firearms. Additionally, in the Osceola cases 2020 MM 2902 and 2021 MM 114 AA, I'm going to revoke your release. The next case is Jennifer Dowen. Ms. Dowen, you're here in case number 2007 CF 8689AO. You failed to appear for your court hearing. Do you want a public defender?
Yes, for now, please.
I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender. Anybody want to be heard?
No, Your
All
Honor.
right, I'll go ahead and stay the bun at none.
Do I get to say anything?
You have a public defender. Your statements can be used against you. I'll give you a moment to confer with her.
Your Honor, we would ask that, my client states that she has a full-time job, and she would ask that you set a monetary bond so that she is able to,
What
go
are-
to work.
I don't know her ties to the community. She's been absconded for 13 years. Anything else you want to tell me?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
She's absconded basically for 13 years, for lack of a better word.
Yes,
The
Your Honor.
2007 case. Anything else in support of that?
No, Your Honor.
All right, denied. Connie Gray is next.
You gotta call.
Do you need this one? Oh. Do you want me to take these out? No. Okay. Are you Mr. Gray?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you're here in case numbers 2021 CF 1444. You were arrested for possession of MDMA and grand theft of a motor vehicle. Do you want a public defender?
Yes.
I'll appoint a public defender. I find probable cause, and I'll stay the bond. Good luck to you, sir. Your total bond is $1,150.
Thank you.
The next person is Tiffany Hall. Ms. Hall, good afternoon. You're here in case number 2020 CF 992280. Do you already have a public defender or a lawyer?
No.
I'll appoint a public defender right now. Would you like that?
Yes.
All right. You're here for a charge of grand theft. You missed your court date, so you're currently being held at no bond.
Well, can I talk?
I'll give you a moment to speak with your public defender.
Your Honor,
Yeah, because it says
Your
I
Honor,
showed
I-
up. It said I showed up. I was late.
Your Honor, I advise my client against speaking on the record, but she wants to continue, so I'm going to allow her to speak.
Can you tell them? Because it said that I showed up. I
Ma'am,
was
you may
late.
not want to say anything. All of your statements are being recorded and can be used against you. Additionally, I do have the information that you have an open case in Volusia County, which was alleged to have occurred back in December. Are you sure you want to
Right,
say
and I
anything?
had court for that yesterday, too.
Anything else, counsel, on Ms. Hall's case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Viante Wendell Henderson is next. Good afternoon. Are you Mr. Henderson?
Yes, ma'am.
You're here in case number 2021 CF 143280. I find probable cause for the following charges: fleeing or attempting to elude with lights or siren, a police officer with lights or sirens activated, leaving the scene of a crash with injuries, grand theft, third degree, resisting officer without violence, battery, and driving with license suspended with knowledge. Sir, I'm going to appoint a lawyer from the public defender's office. State, do you want to be heard on count one or any other bonds?
No, Your Honor.
Defense.
Your Honor, we would ask that you set a bond on count one, the fleeing and eluding,
At what amount?
of $1,000.
I'm going to deny the request for $1,000, but I will set a monetary bond. I am considering your criminal history and the facts of the case. On the leaving the scene of an accident, on the drive, fleeing or attempting to elude, I'm going to set bond at $10,000. I'll modify count two bond leaving the scene to $150, and I'll stay the remaining bonds. Thank you, sir. You do have bonds in all counts. Good afternoon. Tell me your name, please.
Marcus Lindell Hicks.
Mr. Hicks, you're here. Do you want a public defender to represent you in your cases?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In case number 2021 CF 103480, you were arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm as well as possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. I'll stay the bond on the aggravated assault with the firearm at $25,000. On count 2, I'll set the bond at $150.
Your Honor.
Hold on a
I would
moment.
advise you not speak about the facts of the case.
No, I was like facts of the case. I was just telling her that I wasn't arrested I wasn't arrested with no firearm and stuff like that. That was a warrant.
Okay, you're absolutely right. It was a warrant.
Yeah.
And then in case number 193949 CFA, those are 2 out-of-county warrants. And then you're being held at no bond on those. In case number 18 CF22 CFAXE, you're being held on no bond on all those. In case number 2020 CF 8992AO, you failed to appear. You're being held at no bond. And in case number 171933 CFB, you've missed your Seminole County case, so you're also being held at no bond.
Your Honor, on that failure to appear warrant, 20 CF 8992.
I caught that. That's actually a $5,000 bond. I'll modify what I said and stay that at $5,000. But the rest of them will remain set at no bond. Sir, what is your name?
Benjamin James Houghton.
Mr. Houghton, you have a number of cases. Do you want a public defender to help you with your charges?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint a public defender. In case number 2020 CF 5026AO, you're here for dealing in stolen property, a felony of the 2nd degree, receiving money from pawnbroker by false verification, and petty theft. Probable cause has been found. Give me a moment on that. Excuse me, what's the bond currently set at on those? Do you have that? Actually, let me start over. In case number 19 CF 8030, you're here for a charge of robbery and petty theft.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, we have a probable cause challenge.
In what case number?
The 2019 CF 7376, the robbery by sudden snatching.
Give me a moment to pull that. I'm sorry, what was the last 4 digits?
7376.
7376. 7376 was reduced to petty theft with 2 priors.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. That was the argument. We still show robbery. I was looking at the robbery by sudden snatching. We were arguing that it was a petty theft.
Yeah, the state elected to file an information on that case.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
So let me go ahead and go through all of these. This is going to take a moment. The first one I'm addressing is 2019 CF 8030AO. You were arrested for a charge of robbery and petty theft. Probable cause has been found. State, do you want to be heard on the robbery bond?
No, Your Honor.
Do you ask the robbery was filed as an F3. I'll modify that bond to $7,500. On the petty theft, I'll treat it as a subsidiary instead at $100 for a total of $7,600. No return to the scene of the crime, and no contact with any of the victims or witnesses. The next case number is 2019 CF 37. I'm sorry, strike that. 7376AO. The state is not charging you with robbery or burglary, count 1 and 2, so I'll reduce those to ROR. On the petty theft, I'll stay the bond at $250. Your next case number is 2019 CF 7702AO. You were arrested for a charge of petty theft with 2 priors. I'll go ahead and stay the bond in that matter at $1,000. The next case number is 2021 CF 5026AO. There was an arrest warrant for the charges of dealing in stolen property, receiving money from pawnbroker by false verification, and petty theft, and information has been filed in all counts. I'll stay the bond on count 1, dealing in stolen property, at $2,500. Count 2, I'll modify to $150, and the petty theft, I'll stay at $100. And I think we have just a couple more, and then we'll get you out of here. Or back to holding. Your next case number is 2020 CF 5028AO. You're here for a charge of petty theft with 2 prior convictions. Probable cause has been found, and I'll go ahead and keep you at ROR if state has no objection.
Thank you.
None.
What?
No objection.
Okay, we'll ROR you on that case. Or defense, do you want me to give him a $100 bond so he can get credit for time served and gain while he bonds out?
What's that?
Yes, they would suggest a $100 bond so that he can get credit for that case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll give him a $100 bond, I'll modify that. And put down defense stipulated. All right, Mr. Houghton, that's everything. I believe your attorney can further assist you.
Thank you.
Was that on both the cases, Your Honor? 2-8 and 2-9?
Oh, gosh, which one was that?
On 20 CF 5028, and then there's the 20 CF 5029.
5028 is, I'll do 100 and on top 29, I'll, I don't have that case, the 29.
Yeah, I believe because they already processed the RORs on those cases, but you want to give them a $100
Defense, do you want me
bond?
to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, on the 29, go ahead and ROR him. I mean, excuse me, $100 bond him so he can get
Okay.
time. Oh, here's that. Sorry for the wait. Are you Mr. Richard Hudson?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson, you're here in case number 2021 CF 1370AO. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I find probable cause for the charge of failure to register as a sex offender. You are entitled to a bond. I'll set bond at $2,000 with the requirement that within 1 business day, you report to register.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The next case is Dardio Jean-Pierre. Is that your name, sir?
Yes.
You're here in case number 2021 CF 1442AO. Do you want a public defender, a lawyer to help you with your case? How old are you?
22.
What?
22.
Do you want a lawyer to help you? An advocate?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender. Sir, you were arrested for burglary of a structure as well as criminal mischief. I find probable cause. I'll stay the bonds, so your total bond is $3,600. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. Good luck to you, sir. Are you Eric Lewis?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Lewis, good afternoon. You're here in case number 2021 CF 1436AO. I find probable cause for grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle, as well as fleeing and attempting to elude with lights and sirens. Corrections, were you able to find out anything else about his ties to the community?
No, Your Honor.
All right. State, do you want to be heard on the fleeing and attempting to elude and the other bond?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Your Honor, we would just ask, based on him not having any criminal history, that we release him on ROR.
Because of his, I don't have any ties or anything and he does not qualify. So on count 2, I'm going to modify the bond to $1,000. On the grand theft, I'll modify it to $150 for a total of $1,150. You cannot go back to the scene of the crime. Thank you. The next case, fleeing and attempting 1,000, modify the grand theft auto to 150. Anthony Jamal McIntyre, are you Mr. McIntyre?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. McIntyre, would you like a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. McIntyre, I'll appoint a lawyer to help you. You were arrested for trafficking in MDMA between 10 and 200 grams, possession of MDMA, possession of cocaine, grand theft motor vehicle, as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I'm going to stay all the bonds. I'm also going to order that you have no contact with any of the witnesses, nor are you to possess any or use any illegal drugs. Your attorney can further assist you. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. What is your name?
Jamal Mills?
Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, please.
In case number 2021 CF 1437AO, I find probable cause for the following crimes, and I'm going to modify your bonds as follows. Attempted carjacking, I'm increasing your bond to $5,000. I'll stay the bonds for the grand theft third degree, battery, and resisting officer without violence. In case number 2021 MM833AO, you were arrested for a charge of resisting officer without violence, a misdemeanor. I'll go ahead and modify that bond to $100. You also are on probation in case number 2017 CF6148. It's an out-of-county violation of probation. You're being held at no bond on that. And finally, you have a warrant in case 2011 1 CF1 out of Pinellas County. That bond will be stayed at $20,000. A public defender will assist you in all your matters. Thank you, sir.
Gabriel Natal Lopez, bonded, Your Honor.
Okay, pass. Sir, what is your name?
Ricky Tyrone Neal Jr.
Good morning, Mr. Neal. You're here in case number 2021 CF 1451 for burglary of a structure and loitering and prowling. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender to assist you. I do find probable cause in that matter. I'll stay the bonds. Your total bond is $3,600. No return to the scene of the crime. You're also out in ROR in 2020 CF 12983. The state has not made a filing decision, so I'll take no action on those charges. Your public defender can further assist you. The next person is Gorleen Pierre. All right, Mr. Pierre, you're here in case number 2021 CF 1447AO. State, he also is out on bond in a misdemeanor case 2020 CF 2280AO. Do you want a public defender, Mr. Pierre, to help you with all of your charges?
Yes.
Okay.
He said it got, he you took a plea, correct?
Yes, which side of adjudication?
They can have no action, there's no action on the out of bond case.
Yeah, on the, I'll make a plea offer right now. State, any objection to me, to you modifying it to a civil traffic infraction?
No, Your Honor.
All right, if he would like to plea, it
Yes,
sounds like state will agree to amend it to 320.0605, no possession of registration. It would be a civil traffic infraction. I would withhold, impose a fine of $100 plus court cost and late fees. And that would be a total, I got your numbers. For a total of 133, 125, for a total of $158, and I would give you 6 months to pay that. And I would stay the bond on the Oxy case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you just tell me what the bond is for the Oxy case?
The Oxy bond is $1,000.
Thank you.
Does he want to plea to that case?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you amending to 320.0605, no possession of registration?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, do you waive any defects in the orally amended charges and arraignment of the same?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is it guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
Again, I'll withhold, impose a lower fine of $100. He owes the $33 in court costs, $25 in late fee, for a total of $158. I'll give him until August 5th of 2021 to make payment on that. I find probable cause in the Oxy case and stay the bond at $1,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Case closed.
Juan Sanchez bonded, Your Honor.
Okay, give me just a moment to catch up with myself. Sir, give me just a moment. All right, Juan Sanchez bonded. Sir, are you Wilfred Santiago?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Santiago, thanks for your patience this afternoon. You're here in case number 2021 CF1380AO. The charges are failure to register as a sex offender. I do find probable cause. Do you want a public defender to help you with your cases?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint a public defender. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 on that case. And you also have 1 business day to report and register. However, I find in case number 2016 CF1049AO, you were placed on probation back in 2017 for a period of 14 years. I'm going to do an on-view violation of probation, and you'll be held at no bond in that case.
What's the case number?
2016 CF7049AO. The next case is Trevon Simmons. Good afternoon, Mr. Simmons. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am, for the time being.
All right, in case number 2021 CF1320AO, you were arrested and I find probable cause for a charge of first-degree murder. State, do you want me to keep him at no bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
And defense, do you want to be heard?
No, Your Honor, no argument.
You're going to be held at no bond, sir. I'm also going to order that you have no contact with any of the victim's family or any witnesses, and you're not to possess any firearms or any weapons. That concludes your first appearance, sir.
Okay.
The next person is Bobby Franklin Smith. Does he qualify for PTR? No.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Smith, do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes.
You're here in case number 2021 CF1419AO for driving with license revoked as a habitual offender. In that matter, I'll stay the bond at $2,500. Thank you. Sir, what is your name?
Mario Sosa.
Mr. Sosa, you're here in case number 2021 CF1453AO. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am, until I do get a paid lawyer.
All right. You were arrested for possession of cannabis, possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of oxycodone. I'm going to stay the bond in all these cases in order that you not possess, use, or consume any illegal drugs. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Give me one moment, sir. All right, sorry for the delay. Sir, you're here because you failed to appear in case number 2020 CF53220AO. Do you already have a lawyer that's helping you? Or do you
No.
want a lawyer?
No, I would like to appoint.
I'll have a public defender appointed to help you for your burglary of a dwelling, dealing in stolen property, and receiving money, from a pawnbroker by false identification. In all of those charges, you'll be held at no bond status. Defense and state, I don't think that anything has been filed on his out on bond, so do you want me to take no action?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
I'll take no action in CF 12096, 12960, 12961, 12769, and 1296280. All right, thank you, sir. Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Clerks, we're all good? Court of-
Are you enjoying your day
Adjourned?
off?
Court's
You
adjourned.
enjoying your time off? No, I had a whole bunch of appointments.